Hello, I'm Jennifer Goodman with Good Life Realty, and I'm here today with Francisco Arredondo, and his house 3305 Garden Villa is part of this year's Modern Homes Tour, and we're really excited about it. Francisco, thanks for coming in today.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
All right. So Francisco, what was the inspiration for this house?
Well, we wanted to make sure that it was a project that was rooted in the landscape and the property, but was also a very modern design. It's a very unusual property because it has about 50 more square feet in the back than any other property would have, and there's also a tree in the middle. So our clients came to us looking for a duplex project, and in an ideal situation, we want to create a duplex that each one of the units is a mirror unit of the other one. But because we had the tree in the middle, that was a pretty big challenge. What we end up in at the end was a courtyard house or duplex. So basically, each duplex has a courtyard in it, and it has an amazing backyard. So it's a great house for entertaining. It's a great house, a great duplex for enjoying the outdoors.
Awesome. I know that exposure is going to be really important for the people that live there.
Yes, yeah. It's a slightly unusual layout, but we ended up with a great house at the end.
Yeah. Is there anything that you'd say makes the house unique?
I think that would be one of the elements in the design that makes it unique. Having that kind of private courtyard. We also had a lot of different custom design elements in the duplex. For example, we laser cut metal screens. So we have a screen at the front of the house for the front terrace, and then also we use that same detail to create the fence between one unit and the other.
Right, so it's a nice tie-in.
Yes, and it's a very unique and custom detail. So nobody else has this. We kind of designed the pattern in house, and it's kind of mid-century inspired, and we're kind of very happy of that kind of like little unique personalized detail in the design.
Well, you just mentioned something. So is there anything, so from an inspiration standpoint, was that part of the original design and then you built off of that, or did that come sort of after the fact?
That actually, every once in a while, or in general actually, you'll end up with certain pieces of the design that don't get resolved immediately. So this actually happened towards the end of the design. So very unique. It's not something that you can just go and buy from Home Depot, and it makes the property very kind of special and different from everything else in the neighborhood. Even though it has the design language of a lot of other kind of modern and mid-century properties and designs, this particular thing just helps it make it a little bit kind of distinct.
Yeah. So were there any other challenges from an elevation standpoint, or situating both of those homes?
The biggest challenge was how we were going to deal with this kind of heritage tree in the middle of the property, how we were going to create an efficient design for a duplex, and then how we were going to take advantage of having such a deep lot. Those are unique characteristics of this property. So if we had we've done a lot of duplexes, we created some great designs, but it's definitely one of those properties, and I can't just take one of my old designs and see how it fits and work off of that. So we had to work with that particular property. And what we decided to do at the end of the day, like I mentioned, was to create that courtyard space around the tree, and then in a kind of a slightly different layout arrangement that a lot of other places. We moved all our living spaces to the back of the property where we have the yard. It's a very kind of interesting progression from the front door to the backyard. It's almost like 100 feet from the front door to the living room. And all along the way, we have kind of like little things that you can look like. We have skylights along the hallway. Then you get the kind of private courtyard, and then the big view and very open spaces of the living room.
Yeah, I know from an architectural detail, the house has a lot of unexpected surprises,
Yes.
which I'm sure people will appreciate as they're on the tour.
Yes, I hope so. Yeah, we're very proud of that project.
So, do you have a favorite room in the house?
I think the entry sequence of the for the property was very important and is very unique because of that kind of very long progression. You know, when most houses you open up the front door and you're there, right? In this particular property, it's more of an experience getting to those spaces. So that is very kind of unique about this project.
Yeah, I mean, I know for this particular project, there was a lot of thought put into how to use that space. I mean, because it really was defined by the length.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
That was a great challenge.
Are there any eco-friendly products that you used, or sustainable products that you want to tell us about?
In a lot of the things that we do related to design, you know, fall into kind of more of good design practices, you know. So natural light is very important in the work that we do. So making sure that when you're inside of the spaces that we create, you have a well-balanced light quality that is very similar to what you end up having, you know, outside.
Right.
And that helps us, you know, not use as much electricity, for example. It creates more pleasant environment. So those are the kind of things that we've done with this particular project.
Well, thank you for creating such an incredible house for us this year.
For letting us be part of the tour.
Absolutely. I'm Jennifer Goodman, and I've been here today with Francisco Arredondo. His house at 3305 Garden Villa is part of this year's tour. We hope you enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.